What's up, Chicago, and welcome back to Speak Your Mind Radio. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka Miss Hip Hop. And today is Friday music review slash interview, and we have some special friends in the house with us today. We have a New Orleans singer and songwriter, Eugee, and born and raised Philadelphia rapper and production artist, Marcus G.
Hello.
I found these two great musicians on IG, which is Instagram for all my international listeners. After Eugee released her single "Cover Girl," I love this song, y'all. Oh my God, I had to give these two fabulous artists their flowers. Not after they start winning awards, not after the fashion show, but freaking right now. Okay.
Right.
So with that being said, let's start this interview off the right way with an icebreaker question for all the artists to step on Speak Your Mind Radio. So let's go.
All right.
Eugee, what makes you unique?
First of all, my name. Eugee is actually I guess obviously a nickname. My real name is Ugorji, and because I'm Nigerian. So I was a waitress at Red Lobster and Cheesecake Factory in like college and everything. So I knew that if I went to the table and was like, "Hi, I'm Ugorji," people would be like, "Wait, what's your name?" Like, it would hinder like me getting my job done. So I just took the U and the G and I spelled it phonetically, and that's where I came up with Eugee. And at that time was also when I had like this new alter ego, which is when I began like this whole dance pop music that I've been doing. That yes, Drake and Beyonce are making popular now, but I've been doing since 2008. Since before, because you remember 2008, 2009, that's when like all that like electronica, pop, Rihanna, Lady Gaga came out. So I started a little bit before that, you know what I mean? But that's when Eugee was born at that time. So I would say that my name is unique. Even the name Eugee on itself is like not a common. People often are like, "Wait, Eugene?" I'm like, "No, just Eugee," because I spell it like Eugee. So I would say that just starting off with that my name, my actual name, and my nickname is very unique. So.
Beautiful. Okay. What about you, Mr. Marcus?
Yes. One thing that's unique about me is I would say my drive, to be honest. I feel like my drive is unique because I don't know how to stop. I literally don't know when to quit working, or when to quit building, or when to do something. So I found that unique because nowadays you'll find artists that will put out something, do something, and then go into hiding, and you will never hear from them for another year or so. We're like, well, what happened to such? Not me. I'm going to keep my foot on your neck. This is what I do. It's something that I'm good at, and that's what I'm known for, is that I have that drive. I will not stop. So I think that's unique.
Yeah, that's dope. I love both those answers. Eugee makes her unique because of her name. Marcus G is unique because of his ambition.
Yeah.
So he's got that pressure. You heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so starting with Eugee, first introduce. Kind of introduce yourself again to everybody and tell them like where you're currently located, and how do you plan on changing the industry with your music?
So I'm Eugee. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm a Nigerian American queen. I've lived everywhere. I guess interestingly, as a day job, because music ain't paying bills just yet. As a day job, I am also a physician, primary care, internal medicine. So your regular PCP. So that's what I do Monday through Thursday. So I call myself a musician physician, but I've lived everywhere. I've lived in so many places. I went to college in Chicago. I went to Loyola Chicago.
Wow.
When Chicago was in its heyday, like 2005, 2009, like that was when Chicago was up and popping. So that's when I was there, and that's when, like I said, Eugee was born. But when Chicago for about a total of 6 years, I got roots out in Boston, Worcester, Massachusetts. I lived in Miami. I lived everywhere. So I am now currently though living in Philadelphia. That's how I found Marcus. Well, I actually found Marcus before that, but that's another story. So I'm actually living in Philadelphia now, South Philly. Love it here. Working out here. My day job, which is great. I love it. I love it so much. And at this point, in my life, now that things are a little bit easing up, out of residency training, now I've been attending for almost 5 years now, and being able to have a little bit more say in my schedule. So I work basically 4 days a week, and so I have more time for my music. So I'm hoping that I can reach more people with my music. Spent a lot of time in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is the top of Louisiana, and the nearest biggest city is there is Dallas. So I have a lot of roots in Dallas as well, because that's where my production company is. That's where I make my music videos, all my stylists and everything. That's where I kind of built this recent Eugee of the last 3 years. So I have a lot of roots in Dallas. I feel like the South and everything, I've tried to, spread, the news out there. But, coming up here, when we moved here, I was really excited to come up to the Northeast, because I felt like my music could have more reach, and that a wider audience that would be a little bit more accepting, because, most people aren't really not that they're not into dance pop, but it wasn't, that, especially a Black woman, doing it, unfortunately, it be on people, but it's been really hard for me to, I guess, connect with Black people, because I'm different, I'm weird. So if you don't sound like Fantasia, or if you don't like this, they're thinking that you're not, they don't get it, right? So yeah, with Drake and Beyonce coming out with stuff, it's a little bit more acceptable. But even when that came in, people were like, "What's this?" They didn't get it, you know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that coming up to the Northeast, I might be able to have a little bit more reach, and gain a wider audience, because I've been doing this for 20 years, and I really feel like it's high time that the world know about Eugee, because I've been, like I said, doing this for a long time. I feel like my music is relatable. It's I've now accepted the term that I am pop music, so I feel like the world should know about it. And it's just really that I guess haven't been able to make that reach yet, but I feel like we're on the way up. A lot of things have been building in the last 3 years. We got this amazing music video pairing up with Marcus. Marcus is this force out here. He's just he's so, I don't know, one he knows so many people, and also his soul is just so genuinely kind. There's no cattiness, there's none of that. He wants everybody to win,
because everybody got time for that.
You know what I'm saying? Marcus, he is just, he's an amazing performer himself. And I feel like he and I are both that same way. We got our day jobs, when lights come on, baby.
Oh, it's time. It's time.
I be seeing myself during editing with videos. I'm like, who is that? That's me. Because I'm I don't even remember doing those things. You see, you're like, damn. So, I just really hope that we can make that reach, because we really deserve this. For real.
Yes. Absolutely.
Y'all both deserve it. And as far as it not being a trend or whatever, even before Beyonce and Drake started doing it, there are Black women out there like me that absolutely adore your sound. And I want to tell you to keep going on. Don't stop the music. Don't stop the funk, because I love your sound.
Thank you.
Marcus, you're welcome. Marcus, why don't you reintroduce yourself and tell the world how you plan on changing the industry with your sound?
Wow. Okay. So first things first, I don't necessarily want to change the industry. I want to grow into the artist first that I see myself as, before I can even think about changing shit with the industry. Because the industry is already a mess, and ain't nothing my little self can do about it. However, I can say that with the music that I'm trying to put out on my personal side, is I want to inspire, I want to uplift, motivate, and I want to be that driving force that makes you fiery enough to get up and go fuck something up. Whatever I don't care if it's working, I don't care if you're just going out to sweep the front of your house outside. You want to be the best at it, and that's what it is, and that's just what my music is about. I hope to not change the industry, but I hope to change the audience more. I feel like the audience is so caught up in this whole oh, I'm this, or I'm with Beyonce, or I'm with this person, and we're not focusing in on the music. And I feel like that's why I like how Beyonce's doing the whole Renaissance thing. She's not putting out videos right now because she just wants you to listen to the music. I get that, I respect that. So my whole thing is I just want to help the audience change the way it views the industry. You see what I'm saying? The audience right now is just it. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. We all got our pitchforks and guns up because we represent Nicki Minaj. Or it's stupid. It's like, put out your music, do what you're gonna do, and be a good artist. And all that other shit, save it for something else. It don't belong in the industry. I'm sorry. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
And also, I just feel like it's also at this time, there's just a lot of I feel like we're lacking a lot of uniqueness.
Yeah.
To toot our own horn that me and Marcus have. But I mean, I gotta be real. Like, I love all artists, like, but a lot of them sound the same to me, and it spans across every genre, right? So I love Halsey. Halsey, I think, was the original girl with the weird voice. But now there's so many girls that sound like that. I'm like, wait, who is this? Like, Halsey is still her own because I can tell when it's Halsey. But there are a lot of girls that have that very weird, like, doll-like voice. I'm like, I can't tell who it is. Same with rappers. I love Lotto. I love Cash Doll. I love Asian Doll. But they all sound. I couldn't pick them out. If you play,
they're all dolls.
I can't. But to me, who's different is like, I know when it's Doja on the track.
Yes.
I know when it's Nicki on the track.
Mm-hmm.
I love Lotto, but I still can't pick her out right now.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is you have to have something that distinguishes you away from everyone else. However, you don't want to be a gimmick, because I feel like a lot of these artists they stick on pandering and being a gimmick, and it's like that shit is just, it doesn't last long. Like, you showed your ass today, but tomorrow you may not have that brand deal. I don't know. It's just like, focus on your art.
You got to be kind overall. Kind, like, don't let nobody play with you, but be kind.
That's right.
Be kind.
That's number one. Be kind. Talk to me nice now, okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, guys. So let's jump right into the music.
Yeah.
Now, Eugee, as I stated before, I absolutely love CoverGirl, and for a few reasons. One, it reminds me so much of the 90s, and like that Madonna era with Material Girl and Vogue. I love that. It's very enlightening, so to speak. But I just wanted to ask you, Eugee, what was your inspiration behind the single CoverGirl, and how did Marcus G get the opportunity to become a feature?
So
begged and pleaded.
Boy, stop playing. So CoverGirl, I actually wrote back in 2008. So like I said, I knew this for a long time, and back then, I used to work with this guy, my friend Nick Simino. He goes by the name Simino. He's, I guess you could say he produces beats. He, like I said, around that time was really heavy, like, bringing back that electronic sound. So when Mastercraft came back up, who the people with the heads, the helmets, them people.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like that type of, that was
Daft Punk.
Yeah. So that was like what was doing this. So my guy, we went to college together. We're actually both from New Orleans, ran in the same circles. But he had a whole bunch of beats, and he would send them to me, and I just write to them. So a lot of these songs that have come out in the last year, so I'm the One, Dance With You, CoverGirl, these were all written back in 2008, 2009, and so I have original versions of those, but we had no money. We was on his like MacBook with Ableton Live, no mastering, so these are all actually recreations of that song, of those songs from back then. So back then when I made this song, like I said, once he and I started like working and grooving together, I remember one day I went over there and he's like, I made this new beat, and it sounded like it had all these cameras in it, I was like, that sounds cool, and so I would take the beat, I would sit with it for a while, and then I would came up with CoverGirl. So CoverGirl was one of the last songs that we recorded before like his computer crashed, and so CoverGirl actually we never really finished at that time, and so I knew that once, I always knew that I was always going to try to bring back that music from back then, because as we see now, it still translates. That's 13 years later.
Yeah.
And the songs are still hot. You know what I mean? So I knew when I started back up this, dance pop Eugee, that I wanted to get CoverGirl out there, because, as you see, we're actually, ironically now, have cycled back now to the 90s, and 90s
Yes.
are cool again, you know what I'm saying? So this song actually fits perfectly right now
That's right.
for what's going on. So yeah, it really was just, I heard this beat, it got cameras in it, and I was like, I'm gonna write a song called Cover. And like, I do love taking pictures and stuff like that. Okay. So Marcus, so back then, Nick was on the track where Marcus is now, but like, you know, it was just like funny, you know, like it was cool. And but I knew that when I redid it, I wanted to have a feature, obviously, and I wanted it to be like exactly how it is now. I either wanted it to be a very powerful woman or a powerful man on there and just like showing them what's what. So how did we get Marcus into it? So I found Marcus through this I think they're probably defunct now, but it was this little social media like festival, because it was in the height of COVID, you know. It was like Takeoff artists or whatever. So because we couldn't do South by Southwest, it was like they made this little
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we do this app where you can perform your performances in, and you could go whatever. So, you know, I did that, you know, I'm checking out, scoping out who else is on, you know, and I see Marcus's performance. I'm like, this guy is amazing. Like, you're just so through the screen, you know. He had all these like graphics and stuff like that. I'm like, what? And that's all. He was in Philly. And just like a month before, I had signed my contract for Philly. I was like, oh, cool. I gotta reach out to this guy, you know. So I find him on Instagram, and I friend him and everything, and I sent him a message, but he didn't get it. Like, I kept writing, and like I would, if he ever posted, I'd come into the pictures, whatever. But I guess, you know, he's popular, you know, so he didn't see myself. You know, Instagram put him in a weird box. And so that was what, 2021. It was sometime in like March or April, maybe even May of this year, that he, I guess, finally got the message and responded back. And then I told him, like, you know, I'm the one music video, I sent it. And like, he was like, oh my God, Queen, you know. And so I offered the opportunity, because I'd actually asked him, I think in the Instagram DMs a long time ago, if he wants to do it. But like I said, he didn't get that message.
Right.
So finally, you know, when he got it, I was like, yeah, like, I want you to be in my song. He's like, yeah. And like, I sent him over to him, and he like literally had it done like in a day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because it was hot. Your song was hot.
Eugee,
like, come on.
And then we went over to Milk Boy Studio, which is where I do all my recording. And again, let me show you the professionalism of Marcus G, okay? Because we had a session at 4, and you know, I was coming from work, you know. I got there at 4:30. Baby, his verse already done. He already done everything. It's done, baby. Like, all the
That's because you had a very professional engineer and you have a great team.
Yeah. So Milk Boy's like a big, it's like a label studio out here. Like, that's where like Jasmine Sullivan recorded all her stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mariah Carey, Whitney's up in there. So it's a label studio. So they're like, what's up? Like, you come in and out, and they know what to do. I was just so amazed, like, the professionalism. I've actually been very lucky in my I guess the most recent trajectory of my career to be working with a lot of professional people. I have, because, you know, part of the reason why it took me so long to get to where I'm at now is because, you know, a lot of people, they say they want to do music, but, you know, they be real lazy and stuff. So like, the minute that you are like, all right, we're gonna do this, they kind of fall off. So I found myself alone a lot of the time. Like, no one was really on the level that I wanted to do it on. So, I mean, but that's good. I mean, that kind of put away, you know, all the rubbish I had to wade through to get to where I'm at now. But it was still hard. You know, I built all this up on myself. By meeting people and I guess making my way and networking. But I will say I've been very fortunate in this current cycle to not have had to deal with too much riffraff. I have had some, like, you know, things, and one of my friends, mentors, J Kid Productions, early on, like when I restarted the Eugee stuff in 2019 and 2020, he would say to me, hey, you know, sometimes you gotta charge to the game. And so there's been a couple times when I've had some things, I've been like, you know what, Jalen did tell me, you know, so I'm like, I'm gonna charge to the game. It's what it is, you know, but I haven't had to charge it too much. So, so that's been good. So, but yeah, that's how we got on it. So.
Well, that's an incredible story. Because I know what you mean about him having that pizzazz, like, on screen. Because, like I said, I was watching you for a really long time, Eugee. Like, ever since you released Cover Girl over the summer. Yeah. And when I saw Marcus, I'm like, who is this? You know? I'm like, okay. So, you know, I heard the song, and I'm like, he can rap. Like, what'd you say, Marcus?
Oh no, I was saying I wanted to give Eugee some flowers too, because here she is, you know, seasoning me up and making me taste all delicious. I wanted to say to her, out of all the artists, I feel the same way. I've dealt with a lot of unprofessionals, let's put it like that, and You have been so professional. You have been so great. You are so talented, and thank you so much for having me a part of CoverGirl. Her team, like when Eugee walked in the building, it was time. It was like, I'm here, let's go. We're getting hair, makeup.
Yep, they're not playing, man.
Every video, like she'll talk about me, like, oh yeah, Marcus. Blah, blah, blah. Her music videos, the styles, the looks. I have not nobody in Philly on their level. On this level of industry, he's giving you looks, vocal, choreography, crisp visual, all of that. So for me, I'm more honored to be a part of whatever this is.
You know, I see. That's what we try. It's like, why? Why hasn't the? I think it's. I don't know. I'm trying, and I'm trying to wait. You know, you wait your turn. You know, but it's like I feel like we both of us are giving, and it's like, why is the world not noticing? You know, like because there's so many people. Like, what be making me? I don't. Okay, not that I'm mad, but I'd be like someone. Like,
I know it.
Someone. Oh, you know who? So I read about Ice Spice, right? Cool, whatever. Yeah. But like I read a little biography said, oh yeah, in 2020 she decided she wanted to run a rapper. Now how the hell did she just start in 2020? And I was like, how's that happening? You know what I mean? And so I just be like, you know,
let's put it like this. We are not willing to do something that will degrade us to get.
We'll see. And and the thing is, I hear you on that, right? Too, Marcus. Those opportunities have never even been presented to me.
Likewise, but no.
So I'm like, I mean, not saying I'm gonna do them. I'm like, so where are they coming from? Because luckily, have never really been too much in a situation like that where I felt like someone was trying to. I've been very lucky. So I don't know. But anyway, so that's my biggest frustration. That's my biggest frustration.
But you know what, Eugee? I think what you're doing is amazing. And like I said, don't stop doing what you're doing, because I'm gonna tell you, I got some great advice from Tyler, the Creator. He said that you have these artists out here that do music and, you know, think that their music is better than somebody else's. And even if it's not or is better than somebody else's, he said, I'm Tyler, the Creator. He said, I just had an album that dropped last year. He said, I'm still promoting it.
Yeah.
So he's still promoting his shit. Yeah. You still got to stay on top of yours and do the exact same thing. So when people hear Eugee, like, who is that? They're going to be saying the same thing. Well, who is that? She ain't been around that long. She just blew up. Like, no, because you don't know the whole story, you know?
Right. So, another thing I like about Eugee, though, is that she don't get in no mess. Like, there's a lot of artists out here today that are just so full with drama and negativity. I've never seen her get into any shit. She literally minds her business.
I literally don't have time. I barely have time to get my own ass.
Yeah.
Like, because when I be hearing people be saying, like, people making fake Insta pages, who has time to make a fake page? What? And to be on it and to be harassing people? How? I barely have time. There's some days where I don't even check my page because I'm that busy. Like, I'm at the door, I'm at work till 7 o'clock every day. So how do you even have time to be a mess? You know what I'm saying? I gotta come home. I gotta cook. I got a husband. I'm doing things. Like, when do you even have time to like be like that? Right. Like, I don't get it. So, you know, well, so hopefully, you know, I am sticking to it. I'm not going to quit. You know, I did take a hiatus for a while because, you know, I went to, you know, like I said, I worked at Cheesecake Factory and I was like super poor. And so I went to med school. So in between med school and like residency, I didn't really do a lot of stuff. And that was actually kind of my own doing, because at the time I told myself, oh, you didn't make it as a singer when you was doing it, so you don't deserve to do this. That's it. That part of your life is dead. You're a doctor now. That's it. So when people would be like, oh, Eugee, you know, I was like, we don't talk about that, you know? And then, but it took a toll around 2019 when I realized I was dying inside. You know, there was something I was missing, you know? And it was that music. I had done it for like 10 years, you know? And so that's why I got back into it, because I was literally dying. I did not think that I was going to make it up 2019. I say this all the time. I was in such a deep depression. It was, you know, and it wasn't until I started making music again, everything, that I felt alive. And it was after that I said, I would never let it go again, no matter what. Never. I will not tell myself, and no one's going to tell me that I can't be both.
That's right.
Obviously, I'd rather be, you know, making the money off the bread of the music, but you're not going to tell me that I won't do it to myself again, because I literally almost died because of it. So
yeah, I definitely feel you on that, Eugee, because my mom always told me this. She said, don't let the music die inside of you, meaning don't let that dream become deferred, where you lived your whole life and didn't do what you naturally were born to do, or your passion in life. Like, it's one thing to have a goal set, like, okay, I'm a doctor, but I really want to do music. Like, don't let that goal go. You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep at it, my mom. We're gonna keep at it.
For sure. And speaking of music and stuff, Eugee, when is your next single gonna hit?
So we don't have another single out because, we got I'm the One, Dance With You, and then Cover Girl. And honestly, I will tell you, this is like the longest stretch I've ever gone with. Because when I first started, I would have a song, a music video drop like back, right? And one of my mentors from Shreveport, Doc Cooley, he was like, you gotta let these things marinate. People have to hear them. I was like, just because you have had them out and you've been hearing them doesn't mean the rest of the world hasn't heard them. So they have to marinate, have to simmer. Like, I feel like a lot of people still haven't heard I'm the One or seen a music video for that yet, So honestly, I don't have another single coming out soon. I have an idea what I want to start working on it. I do want to maybe do another music video in the next 6 months for this song I haven't done yet. It's an old song from before. It's called Get Crunk. It's really great. But so I'm planning on that probably, in the spring to start working on doing that, But we've got Dance With You that's coming. So Dance With You I released on my birthday last year in April. Let that simmer over the summer. And so the Dance With You music video is actually coming out tonight. So people are very excited about it. It was great. It was done in Dallas with my team out there.
Amazing team.
Right, the whole team, baby. But yeah, Prophecy Productions, we did it over there at his studio. So it's coming out tonight. It's going to be great. It's coming out 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. So it's going to be all over my page and my link in bio.
Wait, 8 p.m. for us? Wait, what time?
7
okay.
And then 6 p.m. like Central Time, Chicago, where you at, Nicole. So,
Got you.
But yeah, y'all gonna love it. It was a great time, like for real. The behind the scenes is out already, and so if you see the behind the scenes, you can get an idea of how fun this video was to make and everything. And it's just a really good time, Dance With You is very fun, and you can't help but dance with it, honestly.
Absolutely.
So everyone, make sure y'all tune in tonight. YouTube, UGO YouTube channel. It'll be the link in my bio on Instagram, so y'all can just click on it. The premiere. Try to come and listen to it when it premieres, because when it premieres, you can do the whole live tweet. You can
right.
all that stuff like that. Because people don't a lot of people. So I got my 10 loyal followers that be doing it, and they be talking and going back and forth with themselves.
Oh, I'm gonna be there.
But people don't understand. They think I'm just saying no, just tune in. No, it really is fun. It's a different experience when you are on there when it premieres at that time. So y'all try to be out there. Try to be on there tonight when it premieres at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Time. I'm gonna have the link easily available for everyone. So I hope to see you guys there for sure.
Most definitely. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming on today's show. Like I said, we all have our different lives. I know you guys are busy. I mean, Marcus is at work, for goodness sake. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it so much. And if you guys want to take this time out to give some shout outs, go right on ahead. All
right. Well, first shout out is, let's see, I gotta say my husband. He a real patient man. Charlie, he at work right now, but I mean, we've been together for 13 years, and he's just been my biggest supporter this whole time. Because a lot of men would not be so comfortable and so, because I'll be in Dallas all the time. You know what I'm saying? In the studio, doing stuff, working with this, that, and the other. And so the patience and that he has shown me, not just patience, but support too. I'll say I have this idea, this dream that when I really make it, you're gonna see Charlie is an Easter egg into my videos, because there's several videos he's been in, and I've noticed he's worn the same outfit every time. You know what I mean? So if someone really peeping, you're like, oh, that's the dude with the white suit. So it's really cool. But he is a great supporter. And then I got my day ones who've been with me since I've been performing at the open mics in New Orleans. And then also just my team now, especially out in Dallas, just Prophecy and India, she's my stylist. Chris, she does my makeup. And just people, my guy Jalen, he out there in Dallas as well. He's always put me on stuff. He taught me a lot. My guy Doc Cooley, when I was living in Shreveport, Louisiana, that's who I did all my recording with before I moved here. And he literally taught me everything I know about this new industry. Like I remember when I first met him, he was like, hey, you have no online presence. Like you should do this, and that. Like he taught me how to upload my songs, not just upload the songs to DistroKid, but to put them in Mediabase and Nielsen and all that stuff so that, you know, you have all that. He taught me just about how to choose, you know, who you're going to work with, or just the things you're looking out for. So knowledgeable. You know, my vocal coach, Jermaine Battles, he's out in Shreveport as well. He is also amazing. I've actually grown, I've grown over the years on my own, but in that from 2020, just learning like new techniques with them. And even though I was classically trained as well, because, you know, I did choir and do the state choirs, everything, the stuff that he's helped me to learn, it actually has opened up my range a lot in the last 2 years. So these people have been great resources for me, and really helped me out. And just, you know, my family, God, you know, just being fortunate enough to be here and to have the resources that I do now. Because like I said, I was real poor before, you know what I mean? Like for real, I was begging my brother for 69 cents to buy eggs, you know? So just to be able to be at this point I am now, because you know, people might see from the outside and think, oh, I have this and this, but I mean, I worked for this for 10 years. And so it's only now that I'm able to actually have Eugee the way I want, to be able to make the videos that I do, to record where I want to have to show the world how I see myself and have always seen myself inside my head. So I just want to thank everyone that is supporting me along this way, all the mentors, and, you know, all the fans. You know, I got my fans, and I hope to continue making fans. So thank you everyone for supporting, and for people like you, Nicole, that see me.
Yeah.
And want to put me on to show, tell everyone about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of it too. This isn't done in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? We can't grow if people don't see and want to share. So thank you, people like you that also want to be hey, look at this. Look at this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
All right. Marcus, you want to give any shout outs?
Yeah, briefly. I just want to give a shout out to City of Philadelphia for always holding me down. I also want to give a shout out to all the artists that are in my monthly show, including Eugee. Next show is October 26th.
Yep, I'll be there.
Yes, it is our Halloween hip hop show, so that will be fun. And I want to give a shout out to BMC Live Entertainment. That is the Black-owned company that is streaming my reality TV show.
Wow.
Give a shout out to my damn self for holding my back.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to Eugee because Eugee is, ever since I actually responded to that message that I let sit in my DMs for a year, it has been great, and she has been great. Shout outs to you, Eugee, for being an amazing artist, and shout out to you, Nicole, for come to talk to us and let us know how much you care about what you do. So thank you. All right, you good?
Yeah,
we good. Thank you guys. Y'all so funny. Okay. I just want to thank the listeners for tuning in and sharing the show's content, because sharing is caring.
Mm-hmm.
And
caring, y'all.
Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel to see a clip of this. Most likely listen to it on Spotify, and you're going to hear the music Cover Girl if you just have a Spotify account, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Apple Music, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcast.
All of them.
My radio there.
I'm gonna make sure to put it on blast too. I'm gonna share that, check it out, because this is a great talk.
I've been filming. I've been going off on Instagram.
I'm on live. I'm on live. I'm on live right now.
But he's been on it.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all again, and see you soon.
Yes, you will.
We'll talk later.
Bye.
Follow us on Instagram and stuff. And,
Instagram. Eugee.
Go ahead, Eugee.
Instagram is EUGEE_O. Okay.
MARCUS.G. No shit. Marcus G. Official. MARCUSG. Bye.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Bye.